Hey,
Ooh.
what's up, Googans? It's Beef.
Drew.
It's Drew. It's after drill. Tuesday edition of the drill in the books. Somehow, 4 hours of radio in the books.
HGTV special.
Somehow we diverged into just an insane variety of topics. We'll get into it in just a minute. As always, after drill, every day brought to you by our friends at the UPS store in Ponte Vedra Beach.
Located at 830 A1A North in Tournament Plaza, locally owned and operated by our friends the Duncans, serving the community for the last 25 years with all your printing needs, whether it be brochures, business cards, yard signs, planners, you name it, they got you over there at the UPS store in Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida. You can reach them at 904-285-2345. That's 904-285-2345.
As always, if you enjoy After Drill, please give it a like, comment, give it a share. If you don't like it, please like it and comment and share, because it's the only thing that validates our existence here at the station right now. So we need your help. Otherwise, we're going to go in a really, really dark place for this.
We're just screaming into a black oblivion.
Right, just screaming into the abyss. It was, by the way, I got to give a quick shout out before we go into anything else. Last Thursday, I made an offhanded crack about not having any summertime Chicago Bulls gear. Shout out to my boy TJ. He's my nephew. This isn't like
a fan.
Some listener hooking up. It's my nephew. I love him to death. He mailed off this sweet swag.
That's right.
From California. It came in the mail yesterday. So shout out to my boy for hooking it up. I will not turn down a gift. That's for sure. We are whores here on After Drill. If you've got free stuff for us, we'll wear it. If you've got stuff for us to pitch, we'll take your money. We'll do it all.
We'll accept it all. Thanks.
It's a crazy day. First and foremost, Drew, we got into the NFL Network's top 100 list, came to a conclusion last night. No Jaguars in the top 10.
No.
We weren't expecting any Jaguars in the top 10, so that's not news.
Right.
Jalen and Calais Campbell were the top guys at 17 and 14, respectively.
Yeah.
Ramsey, the highest-rated defensive back, although when he visited with NFL Network, he did sort of say, you know, it's a passing league, and the guys in the back end who are shutting it down.
He said, I'm not talking about disrespect for myself, but and they named some guys, and then he goes, but 17? Come on.
It's a little disrespectful. I don't disagree with him, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I if he's not the best defensive back in the league, he's among them. And you know, the fact that, not that there was a ton of pass catchers up there either, but the fact that Antonio Brown's number 2, Julio Jones is up there at the top end as well, and that the guys that are, you know, equally as responsible for shutting that down don't show up at that high end. It's, you know...
Again, we had the conversation.
It's a perceived slight if you're Jalen Ramsey.
Would you trade Jalen Ramsey for Antonio Brown? And I said no. I don't know what Beef's answer was. But again, that's 17 and 2. That's a 15-player gap. I still... I mean, maybe it's because I'm a Jags fan, but I wouldn't make that trade.
I'm not sure I'd make that trade either because... And, you know, Antonio Brown is great. This isn't to take away from him.
No.
But... You know, you have to factor in where guys play and who they're playing with, too. And Antonio Brown's great, but he plays with a great running back. He plays with a great quarterback. He plays with a great offensive line. He plays with all these things. That helps. I'm not saying he wouldn't be a great player anywhere else, but it's a factor.
Yeah.
And I think...
Playing with a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Playing on a great defense is also a factor for Jalen Ramsey, but I feel like if you put Jalen Ramsey on Team X, he would be Jalen Ramsey.
I mean, even when the Jags defense wasn't that good in Jalen's rookie season, he was still pretty dang good.
And I feel like if you put Antonio Brown on Team X, he'd still be very good, but I don't know if he's 5 straight 100-yard receptions type guy.
12 targets a game.
Right, I don't know if he's that guy on another team. Not say it's not like I would hands down just shut it down. No way, I'm not making that trade. But I'd have to think about it. They're both excellent players. You're splitting hairs. They're both supremely elite level players in the NFL.
So obviously, when you're talking about being a passing league, you ask yourself, is the top wide receiver more valuable than the top defensive back? I think that's really where the question
because I mean, one has to negate the other, you would think.
Right.
Also, last night, I hate these things when they're after the season and everything's said and done, but the NBA had their awards show. No surprises. James Harden, the MVP. Ben Simmons, the Rookie of the Year, despite a wonderfully staged campaign from Donovan Mitchell to try and discredit Simmons as a rookie. Ben Simmons was the Rookie of the Year, and he was named as such. And Dwayne Casey, despite being fired, was named the Coach of the Year.
Shout out to the Raptors for still saying congrats.
From both the Raptors and his
we
new
hired,
team.
We hired an assistant to replace you. You're the Coach of the Year.
Right. We hired your number 1 guy to replace you as you were the Coach of the Year. Because it'll be totally different. When you hire the lead assistant, things will be totally different.
No doubt.
Yeah, when you
They're
replace
going to
the
beat
guy with his
LeBron if he
guy.
stays in the East, I promise. Yeah. It's going to change things.
The Raptors are such that team that gets so much hype every year, and they just fall right on their face. I
Yeah.
get tired of the Toronto Raptors. It gets old. But the thing that took over the program today for the better part of the show was what started as an offhanded comment that Dan made to Tyler as a suggestion for the question of the day on Jaguars today, but it took life here on the drill and
Sure.
it became its own thing. There was a story this morning, Franco Harris, the legendary Pittsburgh Steelers running back, opening up a restaurant at Heinz Field, a pizza place. I'm not sure what the connection is, Franco to pizza.
Right.
I don't know. But he's opening a pizza place, and Dan asked the question, if former Jaguar were has come up with some suggestions of former Jaguars who could come up with restaurants that they could open down at TIAA Bank Stadium. Feel free to hit us up in the comments if you've got any ideas. We had lots of great ones this morning. Far and away, our favorites, Pot Roast,
yeah.
and Jamal's Fudge were clearly the far and away winners. There was also some mean-spirited ones that I enjoyed very much.
Honestly, I laughed.
Justin Blackman's Bar and Grill. There was Denard Robinson's drive-through watering hole. Julius Thomas's all-you-can-eat buffet.
That's right.
Which is great because Julius was a big fat pig who just stole money down
Everyone's
here.
money.
And yeah, I think there's also some loosely cocaine-related jabs at a
Powdered
couple guys
donuts,
too,
perhaps.
for white lighting, and maybe another guy
Yeah.
who had some issues with the powder at times
We'll
as well.
rename nameless.
But if you've got any suggestions, hit the comments down below. Give us your restaurant suggestions. We'd love to hear it. It was a good runaway freight train on the program this morning. We enjoyed it. We like seeing the suggestions from the listeners. It's great. We always enjoy when you guys get involved in the show. It's your show as much as it's our show, and we always enjoy when you guys jump in the fray and get involved.
Yeah.
And the one thing Dan wants to get involved with, Drew, and this is
HGTV.
Yeah, Dan wants to get on HGTV.
Wants to get it rolling here in Jacksonville. Apparently there was already a Jacksonville area HTV show that
flopped.
fell on its face.
But Dan wants to be on HGTV as a recipient of the HGTV.
He just
treatment.
wants the
He
triple
wants the
house
free makeover.
profit
Right.
for, he quotes, $18.
He wants the minimum investment for the super renovation of the home.
That's right.
And he wants his property value to triple based on the HGTV treatment.
That's
you know, much like everything on this show, we're always a decade late to everything that's cool.
Yep.
And you guys have all probably been watching HGTV for years, watching these shows. They're all the same show. So whenever you turn on HGTV, that's the show we're talking about. It doesn't matter which one's on. They're all the same show.
Yeah.
And we're talking about those shows where people come in, they fix up a house, they sell it for more money. That show. And Dan has finally discovered these shows at the gym. And he wants
this
to be part of
analysis.
it.
What was the show where you claimed there was some sexual tension?
Love It or List It.
Love It or List It.
Yeah, he felt like there was some sexual tension there on Love It or List It.
There was some rumblings that possibly that could not biologically be the case.
Well, there was some Well, yeah, it would work biologically, but whether both parties are interested is another story. There were some suggestions that one of the hosts of Love It or List It maybe isn't interested in his co-host, but we've seen some stories debunking that. It's neither here nor there. Who cares?
Yeah.
But bottom line is, if you have a way, if you've got an in with HGTV, you know a way, you know somebody, you know a guy who knows a guy, send a big shout out for our guy here.
Yeah.
God knows he needs the help. The guy's really struggling financially, so he could use some help. I mean,
we met all the criteria other than being in Raleigh, North
Other than
Carolina,
being in North Carolina to be on Love
which
It or
is a
List It.
very small. I don't understand how they do that. It's got to be a countrywide show.
Could he relocate?
Pick the house up, move it. I mean, hey.
Right, or just relocate. You know, I mean, they have TV stations in Raleigh, Durham.
They do.
If it's really worth it to him,
He wants to be on the show so bad.
Is it worth it?
Gets a house there, gets it fixed up. Maybe
what if he goes?
back.
He finds a fixer-upper in Raleigh, gets on the show, and then he moves right back after he
What
flips
if
it. Makes
what
money.
if he flips that house? They help him flip it, and then he gets all the profit.
Idea to make money.
Here we go.
Buy a house, buy a fixer-upper in Raleigh, Durham. Get
That's
Love It or
right.
List It to fix it, then flip it.
Hopefully
for
they're
cash.
not watching this, but it's a great idea.
I'm sure we're the first people to have ever thought of it too.
We have
as
to
we're
be.
very cutting-edge individuals
Indeed.
here on After Drill.
Yeah.
It was a good show today. We were having
Printing
a
a
good
book
time.
over here? What's going on?
I don't know what Sticks is doing. He keeps coming by the door too, looking in. I think he wants these things off the printer, but that's just too bad.
Yeah. Award-winning show in progress.
We've got things to do, Sticks. Respect the process.
Can't really help you out.
We're in the middle of Process Free Radio Week. I know you guys are enjoying it. We're enjoying it. It's the summer of vacations. Our guy, his Blade hashtag's got stuff to print too. Everybody's in a bad spot right now. They all want their stuff.
Oh no.
Oh, this is good. I think we should really stretch the show now.
Yeah.
Okay. See how many
What
angry
else
people
can we
could
talk
have
about?
standing outside the door trying to get in here. From the World of Baseball, Game 1 of the College World Series rained out last night. They'll get it on tonight. On the Major League side of things, I'm very excited. My guy Yu Darvish had a rehab start for the Cubs and having some arm soreness. So so that was quickly lived, and he's bad again, so that's fun.
And why even talk about the Mets? I mean, we've lost 7 straight. It's done. The season's an absolute dumpster fire. As my dad calls him, Mickey Mouse is drowning in the New
Your guy
York
Nimmo's
pressure.
got the pinky.
Nimmo's got a pinky problem now.
That's tough.
We're having some problems as the Yankees roll on. That's the worst part.
As the Yankees keep marching on.
Yeah.
I did enjoy yesterday on Twitter, the Tampa Bay Rays tweeted out an invoice to the New York Yankees for a replacement speaker for the one that Clint Frazier broke.
After they swept them.
With his 12,000-foot flyout, they had the Tropicana Field.
That's right.
It would have been a home run literally anywhere else except the Trop, which is just a hellhole. But we got into that yesterday.
Yeah.
We don't need to belabor that point. But yeah, we're looking ahead now. Obviously, training camp around the corner. The Major League Baseball All-Star break's right around the corner. And it feels like it snuck up on us, guys, but SEC and ACC Media Days are 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
2 weeks away!
Yep.
It's crazy. I had to do a double take yesterday. I was looking at the calendar, realizing that next week is the 4th of July. It's absolutely boggled my mind.
Very exciting. I
It's
can't
snuck
wait
up on
for
us.
football to be back.
I always enjoy the midweek 4th of July because it's just, it's almost like you don't even get to enjoy having the day off from work because you have to
Because
just turn
you have
around.
work the next day.
You can't even stay out for the fireworks if
Yeah.
you're like work our shift. I mean, it's like I'm up at 3 something in the morning. How
Right.
do I go out for the fireworks? I'll have to
Never go to sleep.
look and look. I don't know what it's like in your neighborhood, Drew, but the shelling goes well into the night.
Yeah, it will be going on at 2 or 3.
Around the beef house,
Yeah.
and I am so incredibly fortunate that I've got a little boy who sleeps like the dead because I mean they will shell and shell and shell throughout the night,
The petit
and
filet.
he sleeps right through it, man. It's amazing. It's like a rock. I love it. We also I don't want to reveal too much about the family dynamic here. I don't want to go too deep, but your dad required me to get into this.
That's right.
He got a message that your older sister needs some help with an automotive repair.
That's correct.
And the suggestion was put out there, and I got to find out how you feel about this, that according to the family power rankings, that perhaps you actually sacrifice your vehicle for the sister. You step up and you fall on the sword here.
Look,
are you willing to do so?
Put it on record. I consider myself a giver, always.
He is. He's a generous person.
Generous person. Family first. Danielle will not even be sniffing my vehicle. I'm sorry. Maybe I'll give you some rides here.
I tried.
I'll give you some rides anywhere you need to go. I got you for free.
You'll squire her about town.
Yeah, I will do that for you, but you will not.
He's a giver.
Yeah, I'm a giver, but I simply can't give you my car.
Can't give up the car.
I'm sorry. You're going to have to be riding. She's in a heat box. She's got no AC.
You don't give up your whip, man.
No, can't give up the whip.
I don't understand anybody, and this isn't a shot at Danielle. Yes, it is. I don't understand anybody who buys a car in Florida without air conditioning.
Yeah, it's tough. That's a tough buy. Tough sell.
That's a no-go for me.
Not really sure.
To the point where, like when I was just in the market for a car not that long ago, and it's like, you go on the auto dealership websites and they have like the little filter criteria and you're clicking things. I mean, the AC box is an auto click.
Right.
I'm not buying a car that doesn't have air conditioning.
Yep.
Now I'm a sweater. As you can see, I'm glowing right now. I've got a good kind of high gloss sheen right now. And it's not even really wet. It's just I'm just damp.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of swarm pits going too.
Black shirt though.
Black shirt. You can't really see them. See, it's all good. It looks good on the camera. Believe me, these things are wet right now. It's I'm sweating like a pig. Full disclosure here on After Drill. It was a good day today. Wednesday, tomorrow on the Drill, always our favorite show of the week because we have Get Smart John. We have Brunch with the Tour. It's always a fun day. We get into a lot of topics. Your dad will be in an especially good mood as he was the weekly winner of the golf picks.
Right.
As he had Bubba Watson come furiously from behind.
Still not in first place,
to win
however.
the Travelers.
Didn't do much for him.
As far as weekly golf pick tournaments to win, the Travelers isn't your
Not
best
high
choice
on the
because
list.
it's not a huge dollar one. It was better for me winning the U.S. Open with Koepka than it was for him to win with Bubba Watson. But that's neither here nor there.
Right.
So tune in tomorrow, 6 o'clock, Process Free Radio. But it'll be me, Hick, Sticks, Drew?
Not sure.
Maybe. If we can get him out of bed, we'll get him in. That's hard.
But After Drill, definitely.
He'll be here for After Drill, which is really why you guys tune in.
I mean, come on.
And we'll see you tomorrow morning for another award-winning edition
That's right.
of After Drill. Peace!